Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a new Idol Huntress video. Today's video is going to be an Iori Moe showcase. I hope I said her name right. But this is going to be, two videos kind of deal spread out. Not only is it the 1.5 year anniversary, it is also Iori. She is part of it, and they kind of, conjoined. But this is specifically for Iori and her information and her stats. For the information about the 1.5 year anniversary, the events, what to get, what to not get, what to spend money on, nothing. Yes, right. Okay, regardless. Go check out that video, and you'll get all the ins and outs of it as best as I could go over. And yeah. But besides that, if you're only watching this one, or if this is the first one you're watching, I'm going to say it in both of them anyway. I have, made a YouTube partner. So they recently, made the requirements down to 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. And, what a fantastic audience you guys are. We're already at 5,500 hours on the channel. But, we're about to hit 900 subscribers. So we're not at the 1K mark like it's traditionally been. But they reduced it down to 500. And if you hit 500, you can qualify for super chats and memberships. So if you guys want to subscribe to the channel. I only have it set at $2. I don't have enough time to make other content to warrant having multiple tiers and whatnot. But if you guys want to support me and the channel, that I think is a good way to do that. Otherwise, you guys can just go to the Ko-Fi link down below and donate directly. But do not worry about it. Anything is good, and nothing is still okay. I'm making the content to help you guys regardless, so I'm not expecting anything. But anything that comes forth goes right back into the channel, and you guys know that. So, yeah. But I want to say thank you guys so much for everything. And then last thing of news, this is a kind of more later video. I know usually it's been like a Monday kind of upload, but I'm working, so it should be more closer to Friday. However, this last Friday and today, I've closed on a house. So I'm now a first-time homeowner. Kind of big deal. Really, really cool. So for how young I am, it was a really, really cool experience. And yeah, I've just been trying to get new furniture and everything moved, and have do adult stuff, right? Not giving up on the channel, but priorities come first. And right, but definitely it is. I'm very thankful for everything that I've been given, what I've had the opportunities to do, as well as have y'all support for everything I've done on the channel. And once again, I just want to say thank you guys so much. And yeah, but with that out of the way, we'll get right into the Iori showcase. So I will say go ahead, and she is going to be a 6-star character as well as a must grab. If you can only afford to grab one copy of her, I suggest you do so, because I don't think she's going to get rerun. If she does, great. If not, at least you get one copy of her, and you can use Omni Shards to max her out in the future with the $25, pass and then whatnot, with the events giving them out, if they still do give them out. But in terms of the event, the one piece of information I will give is that if you get the pass, the ledger, I forget what it's called, but if you get the pass, then it's going to give you 2 shards or 2 copies of Iori, but that's going to be $50 for the pass. And then if you want to rush it, and i.e. get it now, they changed it so you can't spend crystals to jump the pass. You have to buy packs in a specific shop, which the packs are just, crystal packs or Chancellor's Plus ticket packs. And so it goes like you're going to use them if you're going to 6-star her anyway. But you have that. And then also you have 1 copy of her in the exchange shop for the event. And that's going to roughly cost you, so to rush the pass as of Saturday, you are going to have to spend around $200 on the exclusive shop to get through that pass. That's roughly how much money you have to get. Now, obviously, the longer you play the event, the more you're going to complete that pass, and the cheaper it's going to be to rush it whenever, if you decide to rush it. But you don't have to. As long as you're playing the game, and as long as you're doing the 3 issue challenges, you'll have plenty of time. But it's a matter of, do I want to 6-star her now? Don't waste your tickets if you've bought that pass, because, why would you? You're going to get another copy of her later. So just, if you have the patience, I suggest you do that and not spend more money than you need to. But also, when we go back to the event shop, there's that 1 copy of her in the event shop for 2,000 gems or 2,000 coins. That's roughly going to cost you around $250. I think that was based on my estimates. In terms of, once again, getting it right now as of Saturday or Friday, when I was getting the footage for it, that's roughly how much it's going to cost you to get those 2,000 coins ASAP. Obviously, the longer you wait, the longer the patience you've got, the cheaper it's going to be if you even decide to go that route. But, definitely do that before you decide to 6-star her. Otherwise, you might end up wasting money or tickets, and that's a shame. That's just an absolute shame. So make sure you just plan things out and or understand how much patience you have. Besides that, let's get right into her kit. Iori's first skill, Idle Magic. At level 1, Iori Moe's mastery over balloons is complete and gains 5 balloon marks. And then she attacks the enemy with the highest attack, dealing physical damage equal to 300% of her attack, and the physical damage is increased by 150% per balloon. These balloons can stack up to 30 times, cannot be dispelled, and from the start of the battle until the 5th round, her balloon marks can make her immune to all damage. But 1 mark is consumed when she takes damage equal to 1,000% of her attack, and when her balloon marks are 0, she will no longer be immune to damage. Now, at level 2, your physical damage increases to 350%, and each balloon mark does 200% of extra damage, and then at level 3, we go 400 and 300. So, even her first skill makes her absolutely a DPS monster, as well as an unkillable machine. So, that's just the beginning, but we'll get right into her next skill. Her second skill, or her ultra skill, is going to be Idle Charge. It's at level 1, attacks all enemies, dealing damage equal to 300% of attack, and then also deals physical damage equal to 500% of attack 3 times to the enemy with the highest attack. And with each balloon mark, it deals physical damage equal to 200% of attack, and this ult will lose her 3 balloon marks. Level 2, the damage is now 600% to all enemies, and at level 3, all damage dealt is now 1,000% to all enemies. So that's a lot of numbers, and I'm just telling you once again, this is just an onslaught of damage, and the more balloons she has, the more damage she's doing. So you're gonna about to see how we're gonna get these balloons, and everything from then is just how to get more balloons. But yeah, this is why she is number 1 in terms of my skits, and she's the DPS machine and will not die. So right, meta is broken, and yeah, thank you, Iori. So her next skill is going to be her passive skill, which is going to be Cheering. So at level 1, we have at the start of battle, for every wind or earth ally, including herself, she will gain 3 marks of balloons. At level 2, at the start of the battle, for every strength ally, she gains another balloon. And at the start of the battle, for every agility unit, including herself, will gain 1 more balloon. So depending on how you stack it, depending on, you're slotting her on the wind team, or you're slotting her on your earth team, thanks to Nero and all that, that's a viable option now. But also, if you didn't get Mordred, you're probably going to want to have her on your Take Charlemagne team, just because she's going to be doing that DPS that team heavily lacks. Charlemagne's nice and all, but it's tough. It's tough. Unless you got Mordred, your win team's probably suffering. But, a lot of balloons, and as we know, we saw from her first 2 skills, more balloons, more damage, less death, but a lot more death for the enemy. Next is Iori's stat passive, Endless Charisma. At level 1, Iori becomes a 1 with her character on stage and delivers a stunning performance. Increases her dodge by 15% and crit by 3%. Then we go to 20, then 4, and 25, and 5. So the dodge, it's okay. Not needed because she's immortal until round 5. But, the crit's always good. It's okay. It's good. But the dodge, I would have rather had attack or HP. But is what it is. And for the people who can't get a whole lot of, balloon stacks, hey, this might come in handy, if she ends up dodging something, when she could have died. Next is going to be Iori's exclusive equipment, or her EE. Level 1, 15% HP. Level 2, attack up to 20%. At level 3, tenacity up 5%. And at level 4, EE 30. At the beginning of each round, Iori gains 1 balloon mark. At EE 40, we get 2 balloon marks. In EE 50, we get 4 balloon marks. So if you have the gems lying around, this is definitely a very, very cracked option to get. You don't have to get it, but it is insane. That is more damage. That is more invulnerability. That is more, death and destruction. Next is going to be her ultra skill, a Shining Star. At level 1, starting from round 5, if Iori has more than 20 balloon marks, for every 20 marks, she will cast Idle Charge, which is her ultra skill, 1 time. So she'll get to ult every round after round 5, as long as she keeps up those balloon marks, which if, you've got her up to EE at least, even 50 or at least EE 30, she'll get those 20 marks, including how many allies are still around, how many allies meet those balloon requirements, so forth and so forth. So it's a lot of extra damage, especially in PvE environments, but also really, really a lot of damage in PvP. But, we're going to see a lot of Iori versus Iori, and whoever's got the bigger one is going to win. Definitely interested in seeing Zhao v Iori. It's going to be interesting. Guild War is going to be an absolute mess. Not only was 2-3 starring kind of difficult unless you were just washing people with your money, now it's going to be 1 starring, because if you don't, Medea Zhao, the other Medea Zhao, or you name it. I don't know. There's a lot of not dying and a lot of insta-killing and a lot of now insta-killing and not dying. So we'll just have to play by ear, guys. And finally, Iori's last skill is going to be Oof, and that's going to be her pet skill at level 1 after an enemy action. If an enemy deals damage to Iori, there is a 50% chance to increase Iori's final damage by 1%. This can be dispelled and stacks up to 20% and lasts until the end of battle. And now at level 2, this is going to increase Iori's damage by 2%. Then at level 3, 3%. At level 4, 5%. And then at level 5, at pet level 200, after each enemy action, if an enemy deals damage to Iori, there's a 100% chance to increase Iori's final damage, and then so forth by that 5%. And so that's a lot of enemy actions, they doing whatever, and then thus increasing her damage more and more and more and more and more, which goes back to definitely PvE, 30 rounds of just onslaught from Iori onto the boss. The boss isn't even a boss anymore. It's just a punching bag for Iori to slap him with balloons and cotton candy and her you-know-what. So I love the plot. Let's just say that. Yeah, it's if you got the money for it, she gives out. Let's just say the money is well spent if you have it, but don't spend it because it's not real. But if you want to, go for it. But please spend your money wisely. This is still a video game that may or may not continue for however long. Just keep that in mind. I don't want people wasting their money. And last but not least, we have badges and runes. For badges, we're going to go crit, attack, and sometimes people want to go speed. You can go speed if you want to just do massive amounts of damage, but I feel like speed is a stat we don't care about because she's immortal. We're going to get crit, and we're going to attack, and then the substats on those are going to be attack and HP, just so she has more tinkiness after round 5 when things can get a little bit hairy against other Ioris. But personally, I have just attack, HP, and crit, substats mixed around both of those badges, and it's just deadly, right? Because if she's critting at the beginning, we don't have to worry about making it out with HP because she's already killed everybody. But that's the gamble, crit versus HP. That's what you have to balance. Whereas for runes, we're gonna go all red. This is kind of a mixed bag. This is from the wiki once again, but I would suggest you just do 2 red, 2 brown, or whatever, the earth ones, because we're going to get both the 25% attack on both of them, so 50% extra attack. I don't know. I really haven't done the math on how much better the final damage is versus just pure attack. And as well as if you as well as with the pet, she's already getting final damage, so I don't see the need in all 4 red runes. So, take that with a grain of salt. And then for the substats, we're going to go HP and then all attack. And I completely agree with this. You can go speed if you really care about it, but I don't. So, right. HP and HP only on the one that you have to, and the rest attack, because the goal is kill everyone ASAP, because you are immortal longer than Angel even exists. So, right, just deal damage, guys, and don't die. And Iori is really good at that. And that covers it for Iori's kit. Personally, you can read. You've listened to me say it. You've seen her done it in PvP and PvE and online and in the video. She's just a monster, an absolute monster, and well worth the money if you were to spend on any character. This is her. She is a collab character, so we have no idea if she's going to come back after her month banner is over, so keep that in mind. As long as you have 1 copy of her from the polling, from the event, you name it, you can use your Omni Shards to then get her maxed out in the future. If you do not and can't afford to max her out currently, that's okay. Don't spend your money that you don't have. It's okay. But make sure if you can't afford to, you know, $20 or $50 on the, 25 or 50 on the Lost Garden passes, will definitely give you enough to get at least one copy of her within reason, you know, not breaking the bank or anything. But definitely don't spend stupid amounts of money. Just don't do it. You know, save your money and you get something, you know, well worth it. Actually invest your time into. It's something that somebody in China doesn't decide to turn off on you one day and now everything is gone. So keep that in mind. I can only say that, you know, every video so many times, but please do not let them take advantage of you. And right, but yeah, I think that covers it. I think you guys understand Iori is cracked and great, and you know, I don't know how many more times I could say that. And that covers it. So please leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Just like at the beginning of the video, you can now subscribe to the channel, like subscribe a membership to it, and it's only $2. If you guys want to support my work and the content, then I would be very appreciative for any of those subscriptions. Or once again, you guys can go to Ko-Fi, just like it's always been there, and donate to me directly. Whatever, don't worry about it. If you don't want to, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm doing this for free anyway, but anything does help and goes right back to the channel. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.